FBC youth, welcome to the Rogers backyard. It's a bit of a wreck right now, as you can see, but I will get it back in shape and mode before it's hot enough to swim. And Deb and I are hoping we're going to be able to host a pool party for you all this summer after all these restrictions are gone. Right? But right now we're living in a COVID-19 world and we have to stay apart to stay safe. I think the question a lot of us are asking is, what can I do to help? Is there anything I could do to help? While we still have to follow these restrictions. So I think there's sometimes two extremes, and I'll talk about these extremes, but most of us aren't them. So one extreme is kind of the Mother Teresa's of the world. And if you don't know who Mother Teresa was, she was a nun who went to Calcutta, India, and founded a religious order in one of the poorest, most disease-ridden cities in the world. And every day they went out and ministered to those who had leprosy and smallpox and delivered meals to those who didn't have any food and fed thousands every day. She started this mission in 1948 and it still continues today. That's one extreme. At the other extreme are those who close all their doors and try to seal themselves off from the world, right? If I don't have COVID and the people in my house don't have COVID, all we have to do is avoid going outside and physically coming in contact with anyone, and we'll stay safe. But I don't think most of us are like either one of those extremes, right? We want to be smart and safe, but we also want to help our elderly neighbor. We want to help out a friend if they need help. Someone who may have lost a job. You may know someone who's lost a job. They may need a meal. There may be a church member who might not drive and needs someone to go to the store for them. Right? So we all have kind of seen videos of stuff about going on like this. Kids sitting on a porch of someone they know and talking to them through a window. Someone maybe doing yard work out in the yard for an elderly neighbor who's a little bit more afraid to go outside. I think Jesus calls us to live our lives in the world and shows us how to do this. He talks about helping the poor and lending a hand to your neighbor, and he also shows us that sometimes we're capable of bigger things than we think. Now, I'm not saying do anything rash. Of course, you got to stay safe, but I think you can still live in the world, right? There's a part in Acts where he showed Peter and John how their faith can heal someone through the Holy Spirit. They had seen Jesus heal people, but they didn't think they could do it themselves. And then in Acts, they're going into the temple, and they come across a beggar who's there, and he says, silver and gold. And Peter goes up to him, I don't have any silver and gold, but what I have is the Holy Spirit, and I can heal you so you can go out and work, and he heals them. And I don't know that Peter and John thought that they actually could do that, but through the Holy Spirit they could. They had seen Jesus do that. So I'm not saying you're going to heal someone, but I'm saying you're capable sometimes of things that you don't think you could do if you just kind of act on that through faith, right? So we can go out and help some people, but be smart about it. Use your faith to see what opportunities there are for you. But remember, stay safe, and that you too can play a part in bringing healing to our country. It's Tim Rogers saying so long from my backyard.